How's it going, YouTube? This is Skull, and welcome to episode 15 of Zootopia Home Video. So, finally, at long last, starting today, I'm going to be covering the UK Zootropolis home video releases. And I'm sure that quite a few of you are wondering, wait a minute, Zootropolis, Zootopia, what's the difference? And well, the simple answer is that there is no difference. So when Disney was first releasing Zootopia, it turns out that there is a zoo in Denmark that already had the name Zootopia. So instead of trying to come up with some sort of a deal with that zoo when releasing the film overseas, Disney decided simply to take Zootopia, rename it Zootropolis, and redub all of the instances of Zootopia into Zootropolis for its release in Europe, including the UK. So that resulted in this. This is going to be the first Zootropolis release that I talk about. So this is the UK Zootropolis DVD. This originally released on July 25th, 2016, so about a month and a half after the US Zootopia released. And, well, actually, this is a really good opportunity to show off the differences between the two. So you'll notice that the covers it's the same image, it's almost identical. The US release has DVD with a purple banner up at the top, and the UK release does not. Also, the US release has this 4-star review from from the New York Post up here, whereas this doesn't. It's a very simple cover, just Zootropolis, Nick and Judy. And down here, this is something that the UK does differently from the US. The US puts all of our ratings on the back, and that's pretty much it. In the UK, for every single release, for videos, video games, all that kind of stuff, for all media, they put the ratings there on the front cover, front and center, for you to see. So I believe we have the Irish Film Board and the Film Censors Office. I probably got something of that wrong. Sorry, I'm clearly not from the UK. Anyway, so we got 2 ratings here, and that's what you will see across all UK releases. And then that's the cover. I was going to show off the side, but it still has Disney DVD with Disney's Fast Play advertised there on the bottom. Anyway, so the spine actually is very different from the one that we got here in the US. First of all, Judy's head is actually here at the top of the spine instead of here at the bottom, like on the US release. And then it says Disney Classics 54, which I will get to later. It also has, I assume, the catalog number there. Then Disney Zootropolis, make sure I'm holding that correctly, there we go. Then we have the 2 ratings again, the UK rating and the Irish rating on the spine. I really don't know why they do this. I really like the US version better. It just looks cleaner, but that's probably just because I am so used to it because I've lived here my whole life. I don't know. And then advertising Disney's Fast Play there at the bottom. And of course the spine is green instead of blue. And this is actually the only green spine that I have in my collection, so this is different. Anyway, then we get to the back, which again is very similar with a lot of differences to the US release. So anyway, you can just see all of it here. We've got the gloriously funny review from Telegram there. Up here at the top, Disney's 54th animated classic, which is not on here. And again, I'll get to that later. We got the blurb about the film. We've got some screenshots from the film. 1 disc DVD with the film, with the feature film. And that's all that's on here. All the information here at the bottom. It has English, Arabic, and Italian available in Dolby Digital 5.1. And then audio described English available with Dolby 2.0. And then subtitles are English for hearing impaired, Arabic, and Italian. Very interesting that Arabic and Italian are on here of all things. Anyway, and then it clarifies that it is a PAL disc. And there's the ratings there at the bottom, as well as the barcode, whereas on the US release, the barcode's at the top. Very prominent, easy to see. And there you go. That's what the cover for Zootropolis looks like. Or that's what the DVD for cover. That's what the DVD case for Zootropolis looks like. My goodness. Anyway, if we get inside, I bought this brand new this year. So these inserts might be a little different than when this first released, but in any case, you will get a few little inserts. So here I got this flyer advertising the Disney Princess line of Barbie dolls. I don't think that's literally Barbie. It's dolls. And then we also have an advertisement here for Disney Movies UK, which I have no idea what that is. It's not Disney Movie Club. I think it's just a newsletter for upcoming Disney movies. And then we have the Zootropolis DVD itself. And if we were to compare this with the US DVD, style-wise, they look basically the same. There's obvious differences in, like, this is Zootopia, this is Zootropolis, this has the UK ratings, this has the US ratings, this has a lot more legalese on it. The number one thing to worry about with this is that it is a Region 2 disc, which means that this will not work in North American DVD players. And I have a Region 2 DVD player from Japan that also won't play this. Technically, it's the same region, so it should play just fine, but it doesn't. I have to assume that's because this is formatted for PAL instead of NTSC like Japan is, and so there's some sort of incompatibility there. I don't know for sure, because I've never had this problem before. I even have one or two UK DVDs that work in that just fine, so I can't explain it. Regardless, this does not work in any of my North American players. I have absolutely no way of actually watching this, unless I plop it in my computer. The DVD drive will play anything, honestly. Anyway, so for the most part, that is the Zootropolis DVD release. But I wanted to also include in this video another Zootropolis DVD release, just because I don't know if this counts as a separate release or just an upgraded version of the same release. And that is this. This is the slipcover that they started adding onto the Zootropolis DVD starting in October 3rd, 2016. Or I guess if you're in the UK, the 3rd of October, 2016. And it has been included ever since. I think maybe it is the sort of thing where this is a completely separate release from this. I don't know. I cannot find any information on that kind of a thing. So, and since I'm not in the UK, it's a lot harder to search for this information, and my friends in the UK don't know either. So for the sake of simplicity, I am including it in this video as part of the same release. Just this with a slipcover added on. The release underneath is exactly the same. It's still shrink wrapped because I don't have a reason to open it up yet. Like, everything about it is identical to this. The back is identical as well, except it's on the slipcover, obviously, instead of on the cover. But then we got the front, and first of all, this is a beautiful cover. I love this a lot. It's this beautiful orange with radiance coming out of it. And this is the Disney Classics slipcover. So every Disney animated release, all the way up through, I believe, Strange World, was given a re-release in the UK on Blu-ray and DVD with a custom slipcover. And all of them are similar to this. They're all different colors, but they all have a radiant, beaming background holofoil with the main character or characters here in the front and center. So in the case of Zootopia or Zootropolis, it's Nick and Judy in this iconic pose that we've seen a few other times in other videos. And now I'm going to address this. Disney Classics 54. Zootopia is actually Disney's 55th, not 54th animated film. for reasons that I can only guess, for some reason, in the UK, they order things differently. Everything is the same as the US up until Dinosaur. They skip Dinosaur, but include The Wild, which we do not include as part of the Disney animation canon. So then the numbers go back to normal after a few, but then, inexplicably, they skipped Winnie the Pooh from 2011. So it goes straight from Tangled to Wreck-It Ralph. Tangled being number 50, Wreck-It Ralph being number 51, even though Winnie the Pooh is supposed to be 51 and Wreck-It Ralph 52. Which means that every single release afterwards is one underneath what it should be. It's one below what it should be. Even Encanto, which Disney was so proud to proclaim as their 60th animated film in the UK, it's only number 59. And their 60th is Strange World. Anyway, so that explains this. Why it's number 54, even though it should be 55. I digress. So, the slipcover side is the same orange as the front. It's beautiful. I love it a lot. Same case as the spine of the case underneath. We got the character portrait there at the top, although here it's not Judy or Nick, it's Judy and Nick, the same pose as here. Got Disney Classics number 54, which, hey, at least they line up on a shelf and look uniform, even though I think there's still 2 or 3, maybe even 4 that they haven't released over there yet to make it a complete line. We got Zootropolis, we got the catalog number, and we got the film ratings there on the spine as well. And the catalog number is the same as this, which is another reason why I'm including it in this video. On the other side of the spine, this is something that they do in the UK that they don't do over here, and it caught me off guard when I first found it. They have this giant hole in the slipcover. So our slipcovers here are the same on both sides and usually have a different character on either side so that you can put it on your shelf and choose which one's your favorite. You don't have to worry about it. They put this hole here in all the UK DVDs and Blu-rays, and it follows through with the case underneath to make it harder to jack from a store, basically. So it gives it like a little security thing that sticks in there and makes it harder to pull out. It's extra security. The same reason why our slip covers over here now have a cutout for the barcode underneath that I've explained in earlier videos. Same concept, different implementation. It does mean that we do not get the name of the film on this side. So if this is on a shelf and you want it to look anything other than trashy, your best bet is to stick it on the shelf this way every single time. Anyway, so that's the slipcover, and that pretty much wraps up everything about the Zootropolis DVD in the UK, with one last anecdotal thing I need to bring up, and I have no information on why this is. These two cases are 2 different colors. This one's black, this one's blue, and I have no idea why. I bought both of these brand new from the UK. They both arrived sealed, and I don't know why they're different color cases. I constantly try and look up information on this, and I cannot find any reason why they're 2 different colors. I look on the UK eBay all the time, and it looks like it's not a sort of thing where if it's a slipcover, it's blue, and if it's by itself, it's black. Because I found plenty that are by themselves that are blue, and I found plenty in slipcovers that are black. I have no idea. Maybe it's a different factory. Maybe at some point they started printing a different color. I really don't know. And if anyone does, please let me know. I want for all of the information out there, no matter how obscure or insignificant, to be properly cataloged so I can figure out why this happened. Maybe it's a variant, maybe it's a different printing, maybe one's earlier, one's later, maybe they're from different factories. I don't know, and I would love to find out. So if you know, please let me know. And that'll bring an end to this video. This was the first release of Zootropolis in the UK that I'll be talking about, with many more to come in the weeks ahead. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you learned something, please let me know in the comments below, and also let me know if there's a variant of Zootopia or Zootropolis that you want for me to cover in future videos. That'll do it for now. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.